recording, and Brielle, you are going to talk about bringing your shows to life with LiveStream.
Okay. All right, guys. Okay. I've gone to the trouble. Ha, ha, ha. Welcome to my kitchen now. We're out of the breakfast room. We're back into my kitchen. Okay. Now, those of you, and excuse me, those of you who have been invited into my home, which is, I'm very selective, so do be honored, just saying. I live in a 120-year-old house, right? So in order to maintain the status of a historic home, we can't really blow out anything. So people are always shocked when they come into my house thinking like, being a classically trained chef and being a Pampered Chef consultant, that I would have this massive kitchen. Do not misunderstand me. I love my house, I love my kitchen, and I have catered for over 200 people out of my tiny kitchen. It's not that tiny, but it is small, right? So for a long time, because I would see people going live from their, from their kitchens, and I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna go live. How am I gonna do that? People, I don't care if you live in a cubicle. Okay, there is no reason you cannot go live. So I have truly set up for you exactly how I set up for a live stream Zoom party. Okay, I used to do live shows where I would go live into a virtual group, and Facebook does not like us. I mean, it was like you never knew if you were gonna get in, if you were going to get interrupted, if you were in where. So I've gone Zoom completely. Super easy. And this way I can welcome a lot of people into the parties that aren't, big on Facebook or on Facebook at all. Okay, so we're going to go through here step by step how I get the Zoom parties. I let people know that this is what I do. This is what I'm offering. Okay. Now everybody knows me as a live show consultant. And as much as I am not missing in any way, shape, or form, loading up my car and going and unloading the car, doing a live show, cleaning up, reloading my car, I am not missing that part at all. But I am missing the interaction. As much as I enjoy the virtual parties, okay, I enjoy the Zoom parties so much more. I truly, truly do. And so I advertise them. I started by advertising them in my VIP groups. I advertise them in my virtual parties. I always go live into my virtual parties. So what I do is I go live on my business page, and I keep it very neutral, meaning I don't say hello to the people who are talking to me. I don't, single people out. I don't even tell them what day it is, unless I'll say, oh, today is Saturday, date night. This is what I'm making. So then I can share my, from my business page into my groups, okay? So I do that a lot because now I've got a whole file of video in my business page I can pop into a group, okay? So once you've gotten the Zoom party booked, I treat them exactly like I would a live show host, okay? So what does that mean exactly? Because she's coaching. So now instead of, physically sending out a postcard invitation, she's sending out the information about the party. She's sending out the Zoom link, dates and times, okay? So she's doing that by messenger, text message, whatever, okay? And I give her the words, like Laura said, she gives her the words along with the link, what to say. Now, I do this, and you don't have to, but if your host is on Facebook, I do create a virtual party group, but I only run it 2 days before the actual Zoom and 1 day after the Zoom. And like Virginia does, okay, what I do on those days is really a lot more about engagement, getting to know the guests, are they newbies or are they pros with Pampered Chef? Have they been to any live shows or have they only been virtual guests? Play games, engagements. Then I feature, okay, 4 major product groups and little snippets throughout the 3 days leading up to the actual event of the products I'm going to be using for my demo. Get them a little excited, okay? So I do that, you know, so I do that for them you know, in the build up to the actual day, okay? And of course, the ordering link is there. I do early bird. Like if you know you can't join us for the Zoom party, but you know you love Pamper Chef and there's products you need in your kitchen, if you order before the actual party is held, you're gonna go in for an early bird drawing. It's a cookbook. It's a season's best. It's one cutting mat. It's whatever you want it to be. So this way, at least we're getting orders in before the show actually starts, okay? And if they know they're not gonna be there. Now, I do want to tell you, when you're doing a Zoom party, do not panic if you don't have any orders leading up to the party. Almost every single Zoom that I've done, I've had no orders on it until then I do the party, and then there's $1,000, and I'm not exaggerating here, within 3 hours after the show is over. Okay, so don't panic thinking, oh my God. My main concern with the hostess is to get her to get at least 10 to 15 people actually joining us on the Zoom. Okay, then the day after the party, I send her a message, the link again, and then I send her the Zoom link, so those who couldn't attend the night of the actual party can rewatch it. And then I send her the reminder to give to everybody that they can still place their order. All right, so, and that really gives, I haven't had a Zoom that was less than $1,200–1,500. And I was panicking every time because, oh my God, there's no orders yet. But I realized they were all waiting for the actual show, okay? So that's why I changed my outlines for the 2 days before so they can pre-order if they know they're not gonna join the party. So they didn't feel they had to be on the Zoom to participate in the party and help their host. Now, I literally set up my kitchen for you exactly the way that I have it for my Zoom parties. Now, if you're in the Zoom party group or something like that, right? If you're in that Zoom party group, here's the thing, all right? That can be intimidating as hell because you're hearing from people, they're hearing for people like, you need 2 cameras, you need a computer, an iPhone, you need this, you need that. And I'm like, that is never gonna happen. I am too stupid for a smartphone, okay? So this multi thing is never going to work for me because I am just not tech savvy, okay? So I just reached out to a couple of friends who were doing the Zoom parties and I said to them, I go, what are you doing? Are you doing it? They go, no, I just put up my computer or I put up my phone and I have my hostess, she's the one that logs in, yada, yada, yada. Again, way too much. So here's what I do. I create the Zoom link. I have my, my nice new, 11X Pro, iPhone. I have a beautiful tripod. That's it, people. I have my phone and my tripod. And then what I always have my hostess do the day of the actual party, I have her hop on with me. I send her the link. Okay, she already has it. It's also in that, virtual group. I have her click on with me whenever she can on her lunch hour or if she's working from home. Do you have 10 minutes? I have her check the link to make sure the link is good. We're all in. We talk for a few minutes. I tell her to come back on with me 10 minutes before the show starts. Okay, so again, we can reconfirm the link is all good. I tell her I'm going to make her the host of the party when I'm about to start doing the actual cooking. So I change it from me being the host to my hostess being the host, so she can mute and unmute everybody. I tell her her job is to, tell her guests when she does her welcome, so glad you're here, I'm so glad you came, what are you drinking, how are the kids? I give them 15 minutes to catch up. Because this is actually, during the pandemic was really the only way they saw each other. So let them have fun like I would if I was doing a live show. Then when I go ahead, she introduces me, I email her or message her my intro. I tell her how to introduce me. I do that with my live shows. Why wouldn't I do it with my Zoom? So she tells them a little, like, oh, I'm so glad to have Brielle. I met her at so-and-so show. When I found out she did Zoom parties, because I love her live shows, that's why I booked the Zoom, because I know you're gonna love her. Okay, so that's, let her build you up like they do if you're doing a live show. Okay, then the minute I'm about to start, I have made her host. I'll say, okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and start. You know, okay, Michelle, let me make you the host. So she's good. She mutes everybody so we get a clean recording, because I am gonna give it back to them to be able to watch. Okay, and then I go ahead and I start the show. Okay, now Laura, you know, was making fun of me last night. I know she was digging me because she does one recipe and only one recipe. I have never been that consultant, but that's okay. Do you? Now you got to understand, I've been doing this for 28 years, but I've been a classically trained chef for over 40. Okay, you're shocked because I'm only 32. I know, but no, seriously. So for me to throw together 2 or 3 simple recipes is not a big deal in the 45-minute time frame. Okay, so my shows actually will run about an hour and 15 minutes total. Because remember, I'm giving them 15 minutes for everybody to come in, everybody to get to catch up, talk to themselves a little bit while I'm, you know, doing stuff. And then I give them 15 minutes after for questions and answers and to still catch up. I feel like I'm doing them a service by letting them have a chance to see each other. Okay, share what's good in their lives, say, you know, share, you know, what the kids are doing, how are they dealing with homeschooling, whatever it is. Okay. But the actual show itself, is, you know, my cooking portion of it is about 45 minutes, okay? Because I have the long, I pay for my Zoom, which to me is worth every penny because my team uses it, we all use it. So I have unlimited time, but, you know, so they like that. Okay, so I have to work from 2 zones in my kitchen, depending on my menu, okay? So this is the cooking zone over here. So you can see, and this is honestly how I have it set up for every Zoom party. Now, am I going to be using every pan that's here? No. But the reason they're here is I talk about them. I give them all a 10-second blurb. Okay, so if I'm doing anything related to cookware, of course I'm talking, you know, 12-inch skillets. We have a size for every one of your needs. Here's the 8 and 10. You know, griller, oh my God, let's talk about grill pan here, you know. Then we go into the cast iron. So I talk about, you know, we have my quick cooker over here. So this is the cooking station, basically. Okay, and I always like to focus on when I do my Zooms, on the major power tool groups with the accessories. Okay, so over here, for example, I've got my measuring cups, I've got my microplanes, I've got my garlic peeler, garlic slicer, garlic press, my, you know, mix and chop, one of my forge cutlery, cutting mats. Okay, you can use cutting boards if you have our cutting boards. Now I'm going to shift you over here. So if we go, we would literally just turn this way. Okay, and now we're in the other station. You don't want to see that messy part of my kitchen there. Okay, so that's what I show. All right, so this is what I show. This is the blender, the air fryer, and this is where I'm doing like, and I've got some of the ingredients out. I don't know if you can see them. Let me go a little closer for you. Okay, so to show you exactly what they see the minute I start. So I always demo a caprese salad this time of the year because it shows a ton of products and it's super easy and they love it. They're like, oh my God, how did you do that? So I've got my tomato, of course, over here sitting on my quick slice, which I'm going to use for the tomato and the beautiful mozzarella, you know, fresh ball of mozzarella. Okay, I've got my basil in a prep bowl that I already chopped up, but here's my herb mill. Okay, and if I can't use the herb mill for reasons that we know, okay, here's my food chopper, here's my manual food processor, here's my you know, simple slicer, here's the air fryer. All the accessories, I want to be able to give them a 1-second blurb. Okay, and of course when I'm making the caprese salad, I'm going to show my medium stoneware platter to talk about, you know, serving and entertaining. Okay, that's over there. All right, so I always do something that requires me to use the close and cut set because it is one of my, you know, I believe, you know, one of the versatile products in there. I've got different kinds of measuring cups over here. I've got my silicone. So in here, I've already reduced some balsamic vinegar. Okay, so I told them, see how nice and syrupy and gooey it is? So I told them how I did that, how great these bowls are, and the fact that I can squeeze and drizzle beautifully onto my tomatoes, basil, and mozzarella. okay? Because I do like the silicone prep bowls. They have the lid, there's 3 sizes. So this is where you want to, you know, go ahead and give them options, okay? They get a cutting mat, my most popular, the can opener, the citrus press. I've got my lemon ready. I've got my corn more for my, you know, so I plan my menu based around the products that I really want to feature, okay? So look what I have. So I've got my cast iron big ones over there, but I got the babies over here because every single show I demo a different baked brie in the air fryer, okay? Because I do give my hostess menu choices, okay? I give them 3 menus to pick from, and they go, oh, love that, okay? But they do feature either the blender, the air fryer, the quick cooker, and a piece of cookware. Those are or a rock, of course. So I want to make sure. So the baked brie, and the baked brie could be anything. It could be my balsamic vinegar, you know, my caprese baked brie, you know, so I use my closing cut, slice my tomatoes in half, toss them with olive oil, garlic, fresh basil, put it on top of the brie, and put it in the air fry and bake for 11 minutes. And you've got a beautiful caprese baked brie, or brown sugar and Dijon baked brie, or jalapeno and apricot, you know, baked brie. So, you know, so I try to show different things in that 45-minute span. Quick cooker, it's always a risotto. I always do a risotto in my, you know, in the quick cooker as my recipe demo, the main recipe, and I've got grilled chicken in my grill pan already cooked. Okay, so this way I can do a grilled chicken, you know, risotto. Okay, shows the quick cooker, shows the grill pan, and for a dessert, I always make a dessert in the microwave. So the everyday rock crock or the Dutch oven always, or the deep covered baker. I've been featuring the deep covered baker a lot because, you know, the rock crocks have been, you know, delayed a little bit, but the deep covered baker is plenty in stock, and I have been selling them. But a lot of my hosts and guests already have the deep covered baker, so they're thrilled to learn a new dessert in the deep covered baker. Okay, so this is where I really think a lot about what I'm offering, but I always do 3 recipes, but they're very simple. So if you think about the, you know, the caprese, I'm talking about the quick slice, I'm doing the tomato, I'm talking about the stoneware serving pieces, I'm talking about, you know, measuring cups and doing. So it's very, very fast. It's not like I'm spending an hour on one recipe. The baked brie, same thing. If I'm doing a, you know, a brown sugar and Dijon, I'm just cutting the brie in half, mixing the brown sugar and the Dijon mustard in my manual food processor to bring that into play, okay? Putting half in the middle, half on top, almonds, and then putting it into the air fryer for 10 minutes on bake. And I've got a beautiful, you know, and then I've got bread, you know, crackers, whatever I want to tell them to serve it with. Okay, super quick, super easy. And then the main recipe, I'm focusing on the big power tool, okay? So whether it's a quick cooker, the 12-inch skillet, the grill pan. So, but it's all from my tiny kitchen. And we're keeping it real here, guys. So they see me shifting. Okay, guys, hold on. If you got vertigo, we're shifting, okay? You have to make it fun. All right, so you make it fun, and then like I tell my hostess in my pre-coaching that, you know, when we do the opening, okay guys, listen, we're gonna mute you guys right now, but the minute that you wanna ask me a question as to what I'm doing in, you know, here and now, just wave and Michelle will unmute you, ask me, and I will be glad. So I love that a lot of them will keep asking questions, so it is like a live show, so I'm able to talk to them in real time. All right, and then I always, whatever I'm making, guys, right? I take photos of it when they're done. They don't have to, you know, they don't really wait around to see the complete end result. Even though I like to have everything finished for them, I take the photographs, I put them into the VIP group, right, with the recipes for them. Okay, so sorry, for those of you who joined us, here's the end result. We love dinner. It was delicious, you know, or for those of you who missed it, here's the link to watch the replay, and here are the recipes that we made with the photos. So I use a lot of Canva. I do, you know, I just put them together. I just, you know, put the, you know, the recipe link in there. And they love that because now they've got, you know, the recipes that we did that night, okay? And I just post them later that night right into the virtual group. Okay, so I keep it really bare bones simple in the fact it's just my tripod, just my phone. I do coach my host a lot though, especially if she's not a Facebook person. So we do everything through text, everything through text. Here's your invitation. I want you to send it out to 50 people. Seriously, I tell her, you know, we've got 50 friends. I'm setting up a group. If they're on Facebook, they can invite everybody to join us, and they don't have to have a Facebook account to join us. That you have to make that clear to them. I mean, they don't have to have a Zoom account. I have the Zoom account. They just click on the link, like, you know, you guys did all today. So, so I do work very closely with every host, but I use a lot of my host coaching that I did for my live show with my Zoom. And she's welcoming them to the party. Hi, Betty. Hey, Ann. So good to see you. How was your vacation in your backyard? I mean, you know what I mean? But she really, she has to be involved. And then the next day when the party's over, she's sending the link out. If she is on Facebook, I give her the post, like, I'm so close to my next goal, guys. If, you know, I just need 5 of these $25 or 25, you know, $25 orders. I'm at the, you know, my goal level, and that goes on her main timeline. Okay. So that gets last minute orders, but I also give them a challenge for anyone who orders by midnight, the night I'm doing the Zoom. You're going to go in for the early bird drawing as well. So literally within an hour after the show's over, the orders start coming in. Okay, so keep it simple. You don't have to have a massive, you know, gourmet kitchen. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can do my kitchen is cute, but it's not massive. Like you saw my breakfast room, that's my island. That's where we eat in our kitchen. Okay, so you know, it's not big, but you know, I've got everything I need, and I'm like, hey, we're keeping it real, people. All right, just make sure that it looks presentable. This is very important in a Zoom, guys, or if you're taking photos in your own house. I mean, keep a corner that's always going to be your presentation corner, you know, so you're not constantly having to clean and move things around, because people are going to get distracted by what they're seeing in the background, and then more than you in what you're doing. Okay, so the one thing I love about doing the Zoom party, my kitchen and my breakfast room are always clean. Do you know what I mean? So I don't have to like constantly go, oh, I'm going live tonight, I need an hour just to get ready. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, so, you know, so this is what's really important. So focus on the products that you want to reach out to them about, and then that's going to become your focal point. I mean, I could do a whole demo from right here if I'm focusing on the blender and the air fryer, okay? But my microwave is actually back here. So I just, you know, hey, give me a minute and go to the microwave. They don't care. We're keeping it real, you know, but what's really important is it's making you very authentic. And they're like going, oh, okay, you know, so you can, when you're talking about the opportunity and, you know, recruiting, you know, they're looking at you going, oh, okay. I tell you the truth though, I'm gonna move you around. Every time I do my show here, okay, I always get the question that everybody wants my spice rack. Okay, so that's what everybody goes like, oh my God, I love your spice rack. Where did you get the spice rack? I'm like, okay, you're not seeing me, I'm seeing here, right? So I laugh with them, but I'm very proud of that, right? You know, but you know, the thing of it is though, you know, you want to keep it real. So if you're like somebody who doesn't like clutter, you're not gonna like my kitchen, because I've been a chef for 40 years. I need to be able to grab everything I need. I don't like rummaging. So I do have a lot of stuff on my counters, but it's my kitchen. This is what I do. So don't feel, oh, my house is not pretty enough. My kitchen's not pretty enough. I'm not pretty enough. I've actually had consultants say that. Well, look at your screen right now, guys. Put it on gallery view. Okay, we're all of every shape, size, color. It doesn't matter, okay? I've actually had consultants say that to me. I don't feel comfortable because don't be silly. So if you don't feel comfortable doing a Zoom, or you don't feel comfortable going live, you don't have to show you. You can have your camera totally aimed on your hands and the products, okay, if you feel really uncomfortable. But that's just silly. Just look groomed and put together. You're gorgeous. Go live. Like Virginia said, like Laura said, like we've all said, you have to do you. You've got to be authentic. You've got to be real, because you are going to relate to a lot of people. Okay. I mean, look at me, for God's sakes. Okay, I'm an old broad. Okay, I've had a stroke, so I talk funny. One side of my face droops. Okay, you know what? I don't care. I'm Friel. I'm me. I had to get out of my own head. I had to get out of my own way. And now I absolutely, like, I said to myself, why do I feel I have no problem doing it in a live show? Why can't I do the thing, the same exact thing in a Zoom? I'm doing me. So please get out of your own way and get out of your head. Try the Zoom. You are going to love the interaction. You're going to love the connection you're building. You are going to really, and I get more Zooms booked off Zooms, you know? So that's where I want you to really focus on. It's like, if you really start to enjoy them, like Laura said, the recipe is just a vehicle to show the products, okay? But you know what though? They like it. Oh my God, that looks so good. Oh, I'm driving by, put it on your front porch, you know, and it's like, oh my God, why is your husband not 200 pounds? Because I am. Stupid question. Okay, but no, seriously. Okay, we need to wrap up, but step out of your own way. Get out of your own way. Try this. You know how I want you to try it first? Do it for your family. Say, okay, guys, I need you to hop onto Zoom. I'm going to try my first show. Tell me what you think. And family can be brutal. And if they tell you that you did okay, you're good to go. But if you're not asking for them, you're not going to get them. But I guarantee you, you're going to love them. Okay? It's another avenue to build your business. All right? So keep it simple. Keep it real. Start out with 1 or 2 recipes that you're offering. Do them for a whole entire month. Change it up to another couple of next month. Keep it going. That's it. All right? And all you need is a tripod, okay, and a camera, your phone. That's it. If you have a computer, you know, do what Laura said. Put boxes on top of each other until you got the level that you need. Use your computer. You don't need to do all of this extra stuff, okay? But work closely with your host, because she gets as excited because she's seeing her friends as if you were in her house. And that's it, guys, okay? If you got any questions, put them in the chat or ask me now. And but I keep it really simple as far as how I do them, okay? So, all right, what we got here? Do it scared. That's right.
Yep.
If you're not running your business based on fear, you're not getting really far ahead. Everybody said to me in my 28 years, how do you do what you do? What motivates you? Fear. That's it. Fear is my #1 motivation. Not gonna lie. Do it scared. But oh my God, once you start doing them, you will. And I ordered my tripod on Amazon. Really nice tripod, so I could, you know, move. But I think it cost $45. So yeah, I love my new tripod. So, but that's it, guys. Real simple. Okay. Any questions right now? Because you know, Jen's being a little bit of a taskmaster here. All right. So
Molly says she was Zoom bombed last week. Do you only share the Zoom link privately?
okay, well, I was Zoom bombed too by 3 guys. Thank you very much, who decided to have their own little party for us. And none of us realized that, because I'm doing my thing, and all of a sudden everybody's like, whose husbands are those? And it was 3 different guys, not related, and they were having a good old time. So now I've started telling my hostess, if anybody you don't know hops in, just, you know, let them go, you know, just remove them. You can do that. And it was funny for a minute until they started, you know, so I only share the link with the hostess and in my Facebook, you know, VP group. Okay. Now, before, I just would make it general with no password and no waiting room, because, you know, whoever wants to join us, make it easy for them. But now Zoom is changing it where you have to have a password to get in. And because of this, because of the pandemic, people are bored. Okay, so now I do use but the hostess is the one letting them in from the waiting room. Okay, that's another reason I give that 10-15 minute window at the beginning, to give everybody a chance to hop on. But she's keeping an eye out. This is what we do in the morning when we connect, to tell her, check your waiting room, because there may be people waiting. And we haven't had a problem since. So yes, I was Zoom bombed, yeah, by 3 guys. So it was entertaining, not gonna lie. But we don't want that to happen. So you want to make it a special invite. So it's totally private now.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well,
All right.
if anybody has any more questions, pop them in the chat or save them for the Q&A later. We'll be back here in a few minutes with Linda McGuire.
All right, guys. Thank you.